y'all. I'm sorry. I am trying to figure this out. I'm in my mom's. I'm trying to get this. Alright, guys. What's going on? But, the connection is not that great, I don't think. So that's why I actually came outside, because the Wi-Fi. My name is Pinique Singleton. I cannot hold this the whole time. I mean, I can, but that's going to look crazy in the video. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Alright, I think we might be okay. Alright. Hey, Rose. Good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you guys for tuning in this morning. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. I think I have it standing up now. So welcome to another episode of If You Woke Up, You're Winning. My name is Pinique Singleton from Build a Lasting Legacy. If this thing falls, you'll just see me pick it back up and just keep it moving. You know how I do. I'll probably keep talking throughout. Hey, Angela, good morning. Thank you for joining. When you guys come on the video, make sure you drop a comment, say hello, let me know you're watching. Hey, Sylvester. Because I'm not going to be doing shout outs throughout the video anymore, but I will come in the beginning and at the end, and I'll definitely come back and reply to all comments, okay? So make sure that you guys drop some comments. And the reason I'm doing that, because I'm going to start using my videos for other things, and it's going to sound a little crazy if in the middle of a point I'm like, hey Rose, how you doing? So that's why I'm not going to do the shout outs throughout the video anymore. So, and that's something I'm working on, so I have to remember that. Anyway, guys, what's up? It is Hurricane Florence going on here in North Carolina. But as you can see, I'm outside right now. It's just a little wind and a little rain here where I am. I am more in the middle part of the state. I'm more inland. And the storm has weakened a bit. And the course has changed a little bit. So here, it shouldn't be too much trouble. Although I have heard that some people in this area have already lost power just because of the winds and the rain. So, but I'm good. It's a little blurry, Sylvester. I don't know how to fix it. I got the light on. I actually have it on the brightest setting. It might be because the connection is going in and out, but I'm just keeping moving. If you guys can hear me, that's the important part of the message. So if you can hear me, then we're good. So let me go ahead and get this thing going, and I'm going to try to make it brief since the connection isn't that great. So what I want to talk about this morning, the other day I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was telling me, she had a bunch of things going on, just one thing after another, just kept happening, all these issues. And so, she came to the conclusion, she's like, I just want my life to be better. I just want to get this stuff taken care of. I just want to be in a better situation. She's like, I'm just so frustrated. And so we were texting each other, though. And so she went a while without texting me back. And she finally texted me back, and she said, I'm sorry, I went in the other room to watch some TV because I wanted to take my mind off of my problems. So I said, did it work? She said, no. And so that's what I want to talk to you guys about this morning, because sometimes the objective is not to get our mind off of the problem. Sometimes the reason we can't get our mind off of the problem, the reason we can't stop thinking about it, is because it's meant for us to deal with it, right? A lot of times we think it's easier just to avoid something. I'm not going to deal with it right now. I'll deal with it when I have to. I'll think about it later. That type of thing. But sometimes the reason we can't get our mind off of it, the reason we can't escape it, everywhere we go, there's a reminder of the problem. There's a reminder of the issue. Everybody we talk to, everything we see on TV, it reminds us of this issue we're going through. It reminds us of this hardship that we're facing. And that's because it's not meant for us to get away from. It's meant for us to deal with. Now, a lot of people think, well, I can just run away from my problems, but your problems are like stalkers. They will follow you, right? You can't get away from them. So that's my message for you this morning, because there's somebody out there that has something going on, and they've been trying to avoid dealing with it. They've been trying to say, let me just sweep it under the rug. Let me just turn the other cheek. Let me just look the other way. But a lot of times, the reason we can't get it off our mind is because we need to deal with it. We need to come up with a solution, right? Because if you don't, things tend to spiral out of control. You think you have problems now. You think you have issues now. You think things are not going well for you now. Well, wait and see what happens as you turn the other cheek, as you look the other way, as you turn a blind eye. That's when things get worse. I'm going to give you an example. What if you're in the house, you hear this noise in the other room. Ladies, you're home by yourself, so you hear this noise, and you're like, oh, I don't know what that is. I'm going to just stay in the living room because I don't know what that noise is. It's just like a, right? So you I don't even want to go check. I'm going to just stay in the living room. Come to find out, eventually you find out, it was water dripping. Somebody didn't turn the water all the way off, right? So by the time you finally realize what it was, the whole sink it just decided that, the water was dripping so much, and then it filled up the sink, and then it overflowed onto the floor. Now the whole bedroom is flooded. But had you just went back there to see what is that noise, realized it was the water dripping, you could have turned it off. Now you have a whole flood in the house because you didn't want to face the issue. You didn't want to see what it was. And that's maybe an extreme example, but I think it's an easy example to grasp. Had you just gone back there to see what it was, you could have turned it off and stopped. Now the whole place is flooded. There's water everywhere because you tried to avoid the issue. So what I'm asking you this morning is to deal with things as they come. That's just like another example. If you have a problem with somebody, you have a friend that does something that's super. Speaking of friends, shout out to my best friend. I said I wasn't going to do any shout outs, but I can edit this video. Shout out to my best friend, India. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. Okay, back to the video. You have a friend that does something that's annoying, right? You don't say anything. And they just keep doing it. So eventually, you end up going off on them. You just like snap. Has that ever happened to anybody, or is it just me? Like I've seen people do that. I've probably done that. To where you let a problem get to the point that it's so annoying, it's so frustrating, it's so bad that you end up dealing with it in the wrong way, right? Because sometimes people do things that are annoying, they don't realize it. But if you just tell them, "Oh, I don't like when you tap your fork on the table when you eat," then they can be, more aware of it, and they'll stop doing it. But you get to the point where they just tapping that fork on the plate or whatever, and then all of a sudden you just snap, right? But had you told them in the beginning, you didn't want to deal with it. You said, "I'm just not going to listen. I'm going to try to tune them out. I'm going to hum a little song in my head." And then next thing you know, you done went off on them, when if you would have just told them in the beginning, right? And again, some of these examples are small, some of them are crazy, but the point is, deal with your problems. I was looking at some quotes. Sometimes I look for quotes that go along with what I'm saying, and there's this quote that says conflict avoidance often causes greater conflict. Isn't that true, guys? Sometimes when we try to look away from something, sometimes when we try to avoid something, the problem just keeps growing, like the two examples I just gave, and things get worse. So avoidance is not the strategy to solve conflict. It just avoids it, but it really doesn't, because it really makes it worse, right? There was another quote that I looked up, and it said, avoidance is the best short-term strategy to escape conflict and the best long-term strategy to ensure suffering, right? So I will read that one more time in case anybody was trying to write it down or anything. Avoidance is the best short-term strategy to escape conflict and the best long-term strategy to ensure suffering. So I encourage you guys today not to avoid your problems, not to try to get your mind off of them, not to try not to think about them, but to deal with them. Right? There's an issue you're dealing with. Sit there and find a solution. Right? You have a problem with a person. Have a conversation with them to try to resolve the conflict. Right? There's an issue in your life that you're dealing with. Seek counsel if you need to. Get help. I don't know. Go to Google. Go to YouTube. Sometimes the answers are right in front of us. We just don't want to look for them. Instead of closing our eyes so we don't see the problem, let's open them so we can find solutions. Right? Open them up. Find those solutions. So I don't know who needed this message this morning. I don't know who's dealing with something, but I promise you, one of you watching this message, somebody watching this video is sitting right there saying, "You know what? I've been doing this." Right? I've been sitting here trying to avoid certain things that I need to just sit down and deal with so they're done. Because don't get me wrong, you can take your mind off your problems. You can avoid your problems for a time, for a short time, but they're going to come back. Like I said, they're like stalkers, right? You can't get away from them. So you might as well deal with the issue now. You might as well get some help now. You might as well get it taken care of. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, just keep this in mind, and I'm going to wrap this up because I don't like going too long in the mornings. A lot of times, the reason you can't get away from it, the reason you can't get it off your mind, the reason you see other signs around, the reason everything you watch on TV or hear on the radio or all the conversations you have point to your problem or make you think about your problem is because it's something that needs to be dealt with. Right? It's something that needs to be dealt with. So instead of you sitting there saying, "Oh, I can't shake it," you don't want to try to shake it. You don't want to try to avoid it. You want to sit there and say, "Okay, this is the issue. How do I solve this?" Because a lot of times the situation is not as bad as we think, and the solution is not as hard as we think it's going to be. it can be a simple solution. So that's all I have for you guys this morning. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. Tag a friend who needs this message. Somebody's going through something right now, but they're trying to run from it instead of just facing it head on. And I'm here to ask you to face it head on. I'm asking you to get some help. Whether that means you have to have a conversation with somebody, whether that means you have to do some research, whether that means, you need to, like I said, have a conversation, seek some help, go online, whatever that looks like. Whether you might just need to write down, this is the problem, what are some possible solutions? Sometimes when you write it down, or sometimes when you say it out loud, it helps. So I'm just asking you to deal with your problems head on instead of trying to run away from them, okay? Don't turn your back on them, because then they're going to sneak up on you and knock you down, right? Just deal with them, confront them, and I promise you things will get better, all right? So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hey, Melissa, good morning. Hey, Bridget, Shari, thank you for jumping on. I think I spoke to Sylvester already. I don't even want to try to scroll and see who else is on, because the way this setup is, I probably knocked the whole iPad down. But I will go back if you left a comment, and I will holler at you guys. Those of you guys just jumping on, if you're trying to figure out how we're making out in the hurricane, as you can see, I'm outside right now. We're fine. Nothing crazy going on here in Raleigh, where I am anyway. Well, I'm actually in Morrisville, but nothing crazy going on. I'm fine. I'm safe. Family's safe. Thank you guys for all the prayers and the phone calls and whatnot. All right? So I'm going to get out of here. What I want you guys to do right now is I want you to get off of Facebook, and I want you to get out there and be great on purpose today, because I know you can do it. I believe in you. You just have to believe in yourself and make the choice to be great. So I want each and every one of you right now to choose greatness today and each and every day going forward. Hey, Deidre, what's up? Good morning. Hey, Justin. Thank you guys again for hanging out, for watching. I love all of you guys. I appreciate all of you guys. And y'all just have an awesome and amazing day. I will see y'all Monday morning, same time, 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, y'all have a great weekend. Hit me up if y'all need anything. Inbox me, whatever. And definitely click that link from the other day and get your ball t-shirts. I don't know if I'll make it to the post office today, but I will try. If you guys place some orders, I will definitely get them out as soon as possible. All right? Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all on the next video. All right, so the way I got this light set up, it's hard for me to turn this off. I didn't think this through, obviously. Y'all have a good day.